Both goalless. Fire. Fire. Moody, what do you think about these first three maps?
Uh, well, honestly, for the first map, I know on the side of x30 there's a Hydra one trick, so it should be relatively easy for them to set up here on this top great area, and really they'll really like take advantage with their range and stuff if they play their cards right.
Hmm. I see. I see. Okay, we're going into the first game of X30 versus Inferno. We're seeing Foil flings a Zap, Hydra, and Neo Machine on the side of X30, and on the side of Inferno you have Zap, Tri-Stringer, Range Blaster, and Beast Amp.
Well, that's I wasn't expecting the cooler, but that's good. Oh, and we already see a trade on both sides. Wow.
Indeed, Inferno already has their cooler. Unfortunately, he's not using it just yet, but the Range Blaster does go down, and X30 does get the early take of zone, and manages to keep getting picks on Inferno at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, strong showing from x30 right here, despite the trade, and it seems like they're picking off already people that are running in on their own.
Indeed, usually when you be in situations like this, you kind of just want to like wait for like an entry special, which I don't know if they really have one. From what I'm looking at, they only have like
displacement specials, no, on the side of Inferno.
Yeah, which is probably giving them that very low opportunity to try and get that retake on to try and just cap that zone back, which is pretty unfortunate. But right now, x30 is doing a very good job at just holding their whole push and just like not getting all staggered and separated, while doing a great job just holding them back.
No, yeah, and I'd like to point out that x30 brought out the screen flings, which I don't think I've ever seen in like competitive. Oh, and we finally see that Inferno took back the zone from the hold.
Indeed,
of x30. Yeah.
Indeed, they do get that cooler on the side of x30, which helps them try and get that push. They use a Blue Bomb to probably try and hope cap zone or just like temporarily displace it, but they do have the paint on the side of Inferno just to like hold it back from it being taking control. But Inferno, or not Inferno, x30 is showing a huge pushback right now and is able to try and get that zone hopefully shortly. It's just constant battles.
And we see, like I said at the beginning of the stream, the Hydra sets up at the top area to make sure that nobody's able to drop on their own or do any flanks, which is really good on their side. So, but Hydra, I mean, I love seeing Hydra in competitive because it's like shown as not valuable or like not viable. I think it's great that they're doing so much with it.
Indeed. Inferno does manage to get the zone back. They do try and make this quick push back straight in the mid. The Zipcaster does try and come out to get a few picks. Unfortunately, is not able to get one. Does go down to the machine, and it's just like constant back and forth battles at the moment.
Oh yeah, but when there is back and forth, it seems that x30 always seems to come out at the top.
Indeed,
it's just really strong showing from both teams right here.
Indeed. What I could probably be saying right now is probably more team play on the side of Inferno. What they're doing is kind of just like being a little bit staggered. They do make some drops together, but they should probably wait to like have like probably the killer whale, since like they don't really have very viable options for entry specials, but maybe use the displacement special to try and push them together instead of just like dropping to help.
Oh yeah, definitely. They gotta take out that Hydra, man. They're doing too much damage here on the side of Inferno.
Indeed,
and they are targeting the Hydra now, trying to push them off this top area, but it seems they're still there, so they should watch out still. Oh.
They do get a pick on the Flings, the Flings, unfortunately are not able to take the zone in time, giving that first game of round 1 to x30.
Yeah, that was a relatively dominant showing for x30, making it out of most engagements like unscathed. But a strong showing from an Inferno, able to take back the zone from from like the penalty and stuff.
Next game will be Clams Robo. What do you think about Clams Robo?
I love clams. I love clams.
But do you like Robo Ramen on clams?
No.
Yeah.
No. What about you?
Honestly, this map does show a whole bunch of like horrible ways to like play clams, because like there's only like often like one or two ways. If you do manage to pull off a successful flank, then that's probably where your best option lies of trying to get a score. Other than that, it's like pretty hard to like make any pushes, especially in clams, because it's just like back and forth dying and just losing clams and not getting any clams for like the whole 5 minutes of the match.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of like the spawn areas because they never spawn by me, and then we lose the push and then we die. Those who know.
Those who know.
Those who know. I wonder if we'll see any flanks though. Ahem. Those who also know.
Those who know. Those who know.
Those who know.
Flanking.
I'm waiting for a flank.
Maybe we'll probably see a few flanks here.
Please flank, please. Please, either team, I need this. Yo. My bad.
Anyways, how is chat doing today?
I don't even have this Twitch stream open. I'm cooked. Oh, and it looks like we're starting.
Indeed, we are starting the second game of round 1. No comp change on the side of x30. No comp change on the side of... Oh wait, we do see a change from the range splasher to custom range, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, everything seems to be relatively the same. Well, let's see how these two are gonna open.
What I'm noticing is they probably changed the custom range for maybe a little bit help on entry specials, even though Kraken can kind of be hard to push with, but it allows like some viable options. Is like when you have a clam, you want to like try and swim inside the Kraken. I don't know if that works as often much anymore, but
yeah, definitely. And the Zap seems to be getting a pick on the side of x30.
Indeed,
they had their killer out early too. Oh yeah, and they're going after the machine now. Let's see if they can make it out, and they get another
very
pick.
nice. Very nice on the side of the Zap. They do manage to get, I think that was 3 or just 2, but they were pretty good. Now they're like being held back on the side of x30, hopefully trying to just like retake, which the Hydra is able to get a pick on the Zap, giving them another delay. Well, they get 2. The Hydra gets 2. They're just pushing up, trying to help retake mid.
Yeah, this Hydra really is cooking, as the kids would say. The enemy team. I'm
cooking. Oh,
she is cooking on ramen. Cooking ramen?
Unfortunately, what I'm seeing is a little bit delay of clams, which makes that Booyah Bomb a little bit kind of just useless for the time being, which could have just been held a little bit longer if they try to get clams for each other, but...
And we see x30 being really patient on this push. The Hydra, specifically, she's not trying to run in or anything, just trying to keep pressure, and it seems to be working.
Inferno here is also being very impatient, or very patient too. They were like making sure that they don't rush in too far ahead. Unfortunately, they do go 2 down. They still aren't really sharing claims with them. They do have the claims to make a push. Now it's not. Ooh, they do use that Booyah Bomb to finally make that score, which they do. Now they just have to try and hold them back and try and support that score.
Again, we see on the side of x30 using their Zook. I'm not sure if they got any picks there, but they seem to be going down as Inferno is trying to shut down this push. And this push is over, but they're still trying to keep pressure.
Indeed, the bucket does get 1. They jump out, okay. Jump back in.
3 down on the side of Inferno.
They do go for another score. They do manage to get it, but I don't know if they have the clams at the moment to really support it. They do make another ball on the side of x30, which unfortunately I don't think they'll be able to make it in time. And Inferno is currently making a really great pushback right now, just trying to get picks and repaint and just pushing together. Unfortunately, he's just being constantly outranged by a whole bunch of the players on the side of x30 and just being held back very well, but they do manage to get these picks, hopefully giving them a chance to like just make that push and get a score.
Again, it seems like they are successful in getting these picks, and they should be able to score relatively soon, despite getting hit. Oh, but they got hit by a screen. It seems like this push might be delayed for a little while longer while they're painting for a cooler.
Indeed, right now, while the Inferno is just having a little bit of a delayed push, the x30 does use that to try and push straight back into mid, managing to get 1 pick on the side of Inferno. unfortunately just making them go down. Zuka does come out, unfortunately does not get any picks. Oh, they did get the blaster.
No, yeah, it seems on the side of Inferno, there seems to be a lot of 1v1s taking place. Not much coordination. Or, never mind, I lied. They popped the whale in order to get into the base. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. Right now, they are managing to try and make another push straight back with a minute left on the board. They do try and hurry if they can get this panic ball in, which they do manage to get. The Zap is being very great at mechanical skills. Unfortunately, 3 go down on the side of x30. They do take the lead, which is really nice. With 44 seconds left on the board, they do not have any more clamps to support, while x30 tries to use this moment to try and retake as much as they can, playing together. Unfortunately, it's just being held back. The Flinsa does go down, unfortunately. They just do try and keep trying to take this retake.
No, yeah, nice. The most the x30 can do right now is try to paint for special and move in all together, and it seems like the Zoop's already coming out, hoping to get some picks in order to move up more.
Indeed, they are holding Cooler and Zip for just any emergency situations. The Zip does come out. Unfortunately, does go down to the machine with a direct hit. That's very nice. They do get wiped out. Now they just have to grab the ball and hopefully get that score.
Well, yeah, and it seems like they will get the score. Hopefully, maybe. Oh, and they took the lead.
They do, and they took the lead at the last second. It was a very nice play on both sides, actually. They were able to, honestly try and hold each of their pushes very well. Unfortunately, what I noticed is just Inferno had a little bit too, hesitant of pushes. They were able to make it. It's just they were playing a little bit too passive.
No, yes, I agree. There was an instance, I think, where they had 3 down, and they waited a bit too long because the screen was out, and that made them a little nervous, I'd assume. But they should have just ran the ball there, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
Who up Mahi-ing they zone?
Mahi. What do you think about Mahi?
I think you know already. I think you know. I don't like Mahi. I don't think I've won on Mahi zones in my life.
As popular as Mahi zones is, I really don't like it, bro.
Thank you.
Looks like Green here is a zone supporter.
Boo.
Zone's Mahi supporter. I can't believe it.
Can't believe this. I just don't see the appeal. I hate it when the terrain changes, and it's you're stuck on what's it called? When the other team has zone and the zone the terrain changes, it's you're cooked. You can't do anything. It's what do I do now?
Yeah, the only mode I like on Mahi's clams, bro.
Mahi clams, man. I just don't like Mahi. I think.
Bro, Mahi clams is fire.
I mean, maybe, I guess. Allegedly.
Bro, we had to remove that off of the map list today. That was very upsetting.
Thank God. Oh, I mean, oh my God. That's so. I think I'm crying right now. That's so sad.
When. What I could be seeing though, this is just really off topic, but from Inferno, their last game, I hope to see an actual entry special be brought out. It could help them in their comp plays very much. Maybe if they wanted to test something out, they could probably bring out Crab Stamper or something for Crab.
No, yeah, because we really need an entry. I mean, Whale Zip is pretty good, no? But I feel like that's not enough against the Hydra. Subtle Hydra glaze. I love it.
Bro,
but yeah. I the Hydra's FA, by the way. Y'all shoot her a DM. Subtle glaze.
You can't be showing bias here, Moody.
Oh, my bad. This is I hate Hydra.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going into the very last game. They do bring out a Welsh streamer on the side of Inferno, and there's still no comp change on the side of x30.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised at the side of the well string. I mean, I don't think I was expecting this, but maybe it's just to paint zone and compete with the Hydra. And the Hydra does go down. Not sure by who, but that's should put them in advantage.
Indeed, if I'm seeing this right, I think from what I'm seeing right now, they did change from a range blaster to a normal blaster for bubble.
That's good. Trying to protect the zone from like all the paint that the x30 has.
Indeed. And from the looks of it, they were able to get the zone get it down to 70. Unfortunately, X30 does manage to cap the zone back, and they're just like holding this push, trying to make sure they get picks. Unfortunately, 2 go down the side of X30, 1 goes down the side of Inferno, 2 down on both sides. They do manage to retake on the side of Inferno right now. The pushes are just like very strong.
Oh, yeah, it seems to be going pretty back and forth, and the zone is relatively neutral right now.
Indeed.
Both teams seem to be fighting over it. It's, can't tell who's gonna cap, I guess.
Indeed, Marcus does manage to get a pick here. Trying to just hold the zone, make sure no one drops, and manages to make a flank onto just like the zone and try and cap it. They are just doing a great job. Unfortunately, Inferno here is just like struggling a little bit too bit, and they're just like staying a little bit too grouped together, which they could kind of work on. Just like make sure that they play a little bit more together, but like not enough to where they group up together. Because see, Marcus like does manage to get a double here. It's just they need to learn how to be like a little bit more patient with their specials, because they have enough time to where they can get their specials and push back together, you know?
No, yeah, definitely. I saw they were huddled up there as well, and that really cost them, I think, the push they had set up and like all the specials they could have farmed within that time. And they're still going the same route. They probably should have changed that.
Indeed.
And just to put the final nail in the coffin.
Unfortunately, it was a very quick last game for groups round 1, but that does give x30 the first set win, going 3-0.
Where were my flanks?
There was no flanks.
Where were the flanks? I want a refund.
Flanking.
I'm flanking. I'm flanking. Those who flank. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that set, Garth? Like, just overall.
Overall, I think it was pretty well played out on both sides. There was a few times where there were delayed pushes shown kind of on both sides if you try to notice on like zones, but both teams did play really well. I could see more coordination on the side of Inferno, but overall, they still did pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. On both sides, obviously, there were pushes that could have been done faster. Both teams played patiently, relatively, like on most games, but sometimes they were just too eager and they would just all go in and die. But yeah.
But that's it for groups round 1. We will see you back on groups for round 2.
Those round 2 groups. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.